Hi, I'm Rick from TarotFollow.com, and this is another episode of Just the Tip, where this gay tarot reader gives it to you straight. You guys seem to have enjoyed my last tip on the Celtic cross, so I want to give you another one to help make this wonderful spread a little easier to integrate and easier to interpret. Let's update some language. The very first card is what I want to talk about today, and that's the card called the Significator. This is a card that you draw before the reading in order to represent the question that is being brought to you. It is drawn before you shuffle to make it easier, and then you do your juju, your shuffling, etc., and begin the reading with the first card, card 1, the card that covers the significator. Now, the significator helps us to narrow down a subject for the reading, because if somebody comes to you and says, just tell me what the cards want me to know, the Celtic cross really isn't the best spread for that. But if you can get a subject area from them at least, then you can pick a significator in one of the 4 tarot areas, which are emotions, money, intellect, and ambition or purpose. And so if you kind of pick a default significator that represents those 4 things, then you'll have 4 significators ready to go for whatever subject comes your way. Then you go ahead and draw that first card, the card that covers, and that will even narrow down even further what that reading will actually answer. So tarot gives us this really interesting and beautiful way to narrow down the reading and the focus in the Celtic cross. I will give you a live example of this. I picked the significator beforehand. Let's say somebody comes and wants a job reading because they're thinking of changing their jobs. So I'd pick the 7 of Pentacles for that. It's a good representation of that story. And then I would shuffle and do my juju, whatever it is I do, right? And then I would draw my first card, which in this case, on the fly, is the 9 of Swords. So this person definitely has some fears, some unrealized fears. He's in his head a lot about the value of his own work, the value of the company, the value that he is obtaining, and he's so afraid to make changes, right? But then the reading can continue to talk about how a bunch of these swords really don't have the power to hurt him, and he really only needs to address a couple of these mental blocks in order to free himself up to see the path clearly for his job change. So in just those 2 cards, I have a framework for the reading that the Celtic cross will then expand on. You can use a significator in any spread. You can add it or just do it beforehand, and you can also use that card that covers you beforehand in any spread, and then continue with the spread as designed. If you like this tip, please like and follow, and I will see you next time.